Welcome to the Harmony Hustle podcast. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Omni.
So, if you have been watching our videos for quite some time and haven't subscribed, be sure that you do. The button is right here, right below this video. So, as everyone can see here, we're recording virtually. This is the exception, not the norm. But because we are, Omni knows Chester's in the background. So, he's a part of the recording today. If you hear him,
Absolutely. Special
type in,
guest.
yeah, type in hi Chester in the comments because he wants to be seen. He wants to be.
I
Oh,
haven't heard him yet.
oh, he just
I
he
don't
just
know.
meowed. So
Oh, he did.
I'm like,
He
oh
was
boy,
like,
here we go.
you ready for me?
He's like, yeah, like you're live and I'm not there. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Chester.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That part. That part. That part.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
So how's it going, Amini? What's new?
Oh, I'm just waking up from a lovely nap
Okay.
and I feel so good. It's about 7 p.m. Yes, I took a nap at about 6:30, and I tell you, I feel so good. So
Okay.
what's going on with me? I'm rested.
Well, that's good. See, that
When's the last time you took a nap?
I don't really take naps a lot. Usually, if I take a nap, I'm either if I'm taking a nap, I am knackered. Truly, I have to either be really, really tired or sick. I don't feel refreshed after a 20-minute nap or 30-minute nap, even though I might need it. So yeah, I should try it more often though, because when I have been unwell or sick or whatever, take a nap. I'm like, all right, I feel a little bit better. I'm like, okay, I can do some more work.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, it's like 20 minutes is a sweet spot.
Mm,
30 past that, oh, I'm grumpy. I'm waking up with an entire attitude. I'm like to the point where don't talk to me. I need about 15 minutes. So I realize for me, if I'm going to nap, it cannot be a long, lengthy experience for me.
yeah.
30 minutes tops.
Mm.
So yeah, I definitely feel a little. Now I will say I could go right back to bed. Let me be clear with that part. Yes. So,
Hmm.
it does feel good from
Good.
time to time to incorporate that. And I hear people say this, growing up, I would hear people say this a lot. As you get older, you start to want to nap a little bit more. You go to bed earlier, I'm
Mm.
like, I feel like I'm approaching a zone that I don't know that I want to be in.
That's funny.
As I'm looking over here at my table display, so this weekend is going to be a busy one for me. So Interlocks, we will be showcasing. We have a booth at the Hartford Jazz Festival, so which is a really big thing, like really big. It
Mm.
goes over the span of 3 days, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it brings in so many people from all across the globe. Like it's a big festival, and
Yeah.
I really didn't know, like, I want to say we started vending there about maybe 4 years ago,
Mm.
and I never fully appreciate it, like I'm in the experience, having the experience, but then when you're in something, you actually get to see what goes into it, you have a different appreciation for it. And so for this particular jazz festival, it's a free event, which is like major. And so they work off of donations and volunteers. And so now being a part of the inner part, like the inner circle, because as a vendor,
Hmm.
you have a different level of access, right? But just seeing the work that goes into this, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're not
Hmm.
getting paid for this.
Yeah.
So, like, you definitely have an appreciation for it. So, but yes, it's going to be a busy weekend for us, just really kind of getting things together. Tomorrow, we'll go through our little mock. We'll have our station. I'll put up the tent, and
Yeah.
then I will go ahead, we'll stage our era in the tent, take pictures so that when we go back or when we go to the jazz festival, it's just a bit of an easier process for us to set up. So that's
That's
what's
cool.
really big. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because we were talking last week about networking and everything else, but I would imagine, because I've never done any event like you're doing, to be a vendor anywhere, but like, you are exposing the business to tons of people, which is like a
Yeah,
lead generator, really, when you think about it, right? I would
it
imagine.
is.
Yeah.
It is. That's exactly what it is. And it's quite funny because we debated whether or not we're going to come back this year. Each
Mm.
day we're like, oh, does it make sense from a business standpoint? Because for us, there aren't like our avatar. we're not necessarily finding them at these events, from the standpoint of us looking for locticians, because we have
Mm,
a tool, we want to get it in the hands of other locticians, but we kind of take it from a different, well, we look at it at a different lens, a different angle, because we do have locticians that, use our tools locally. We invite them to come out. They're using the tool, they're servicing their clients. So they're able to gain exposure for their brand, but they're also using the tool. So it still brings us exposure. And then it's just the brand recognition. So, though we may not necessarily be moving tools at this event, we're going to be gathering leads. We're going to be doing other things. So I'm excited about it.
that's
Yeah.
like some definitely some bigger thinking because just in general because like you, other businesses do that as well. But I think a lot of entrepreneurs will think only about their niche specifically. Okay, I have to do everything in my niche. I have to only go to wellness events or fitness events. But the thing is, people are people. So people have either other needs or they know people who have need for your product or service. So yeah, like thinking outside of the box a little bit. Mm,
Yeah. We're always like thinking outside the box, like I feel like there's opportunities that surround us always.
mm.
And so it's like, okay, how can we leverage? How can we maximize? How can we gain exposure? Was that Chester?
I told everyone
Chester
they're
was
gonna
like,
hear
that's
him.
what I was talking about. Absolutely.
He's like, I said that. I said that.
I think the same thing. He's like 100%. He was like, yes. He was like, clock it.
Oh my goodness. He is gonna, I mean, 100% in the edit, there needs to be a picture of Chester in the
It
in the
has to
thumbnail
be.
because he's not gonna let up.
He's not. He's
He's not
like,
gonna let
you
up.
will recognize me.
Oh my gosh.
You will acknowledge me. I love it. I love it.
But I remember when I was doing real estate, talking to
Yes.
my broker at the time, he's like, Cheryl, you teach Zumba every single Sunday. Why not have your business cards out? The leads are right there. So in my mind, I'm like, wait a second, I'm teaching fitness. Why would I have my real estate cards there? But he's right. If you have conversation after class, before class, you start talking to people like, okay, you're gonna buy a house, you're gonna sell a house. Here's my
Yeah.
card.
Absolutely. For me, it's like connections are connections. There, you can always make a connection. As you said, it doesn't have to be at your, the ideal place. Like,
Yeah.
I can only vend where there's locticians. No, no,
Hmm.
that's not the approach that we like to take.
Yeah.
And then it also just, allows, because we are so community centered, community based, it gives our, team, our locticians an opportunity to showcase their skills, right? So it
Hmm.
all it all just works. So, and then you never know, someone who might be visiting our booth may have locks, may not be a loctician, but they may be able to bring that information back to their loctician. So you just
Mm.
never know. So
It just leads to
yeah.
potential referrals and leads for sure. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, even as for locticians, not necessarily for interlocks, but just
Yeah.
locticians or people in different industries. I know that I've gone to work and someone will say, I just had a call right before this recording, but someone said to me, "Oh, I like your hair." And so it's like, oh well, this is who
Exactly.
did it. This is so the service you can be in new environments, meet new people, but then the work that people do speaks for itself as well. And you're like, okay, I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
send some referrals your way, Omni.
Yeah, see? Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. I love it, I love it. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Last week I had the interview, so the interview is live today. So I'm gonna start
Did you
sharing
watch it yet?
that. I haven't
Did you
watched
wa
it yet. I do have some clips from it. So that was just like I said last time, that was just a good thing, good experience. I'm glad to have done it, and the whole networking thing has been cool. But yeah, just still just in the business, nothing huge, but just consistent work, which is great right now. So yeah,
Yes. Yeah,
focusing on
yes.
my wellness. I ordered overnight a 3 liter. I think the brand is Aquafit, about a 3 liter jug. So I have no excuses for not hitting my mark of 3 liters. It's just like, you're doing great, nice job, way to go. So
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely concur you with each sip as you meet that next milestone on that bottle.
for
So how
sure.
is it has those on the milestones on the bottles, right?
On the Yeah, so it's graduated. So it tells you like where
Okay.
you are ounce wise or milliliter wise, but then I think it has the time. I think it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, ends at 8 p.m. And for I think it's every hour. Um, I think it's every hour. I should have brought it with me to show you.
Yes.
But yeah, they're just words of encouragement. You know, you're doing
Okay.
great, way to go, et cetera, until you're done. So almost done.
Listen, the way I've been drinking water lately, it's been so hot. And I feel
Hmm.
like I'm probably drinking at least 3 liters. At least.
That's great.
I'm like, oh my goodness, which is good, which is good. The
Hmm.
temperature definitely makes a difference in
Yeah.
terms of how much I consume. If it's hot like this, and I feel like that's the case for most people,
Hmm.
it's like it's easier to get it in. But once it starts to get cooler, it can be a little bit more of a challenge, for me at times. So
Hmm.
let me
I
keep it
just thought about
to
something. Like I'm glistening right now. I want to say it's the water, but I think it's just the heat. But, it was interesting though. I was telling you before we started recording that I was talking to someone, and it resulted from the networking that I did uh, last week. And in that conversation, I was able to see in real time like a particular avatar in business for us for the podcast specifically, but then also getting a sense of other people's or other entrepreneurs successes and challenges, and then you're able to just in having conversations help people like, okay, have you thought about this, have you considered XYZ thing. I was helping someone with their elevator pitch, even though I don't have mine nailed down to a T. I knew what they needed in theirs, and I'm like, oh, this is really really helpful. So I think in terms of business, like you're asking about business, it's not necessarily an event or something, but it's just being able to interact with people, talk to people, and then pull out all the things that you have and say, "Hey, I can help you," which is a great thing.
it's a
Yeah,
win.
it's a
Definitely a
win.
win.
It's a
It's
win.
a win. It's a
It's a
win.
win.
And this is what like do it in our sleep, when we're having these
Mm,
with people. It's like, it's so funny. I tell you, every time I have a new client that comes in and they happen to hint that they have a hobby that they're looking to monetize,
yeah.
or even not even looking to monetize, I'm like, oh, let's chat. And
Mm,
I'm always giving folks assignments when they leave.
yeah.
You know what? So when you come back, just like one of my most recent, she was just sharing how she loves to cook. She loves to cook. And she was sharing that she wants to start preparing dinners. And that's becoming quite popular in our area. I don't know if that's a thing for you, but I'm seeing that happening quite a bit in our area where individuals who love to cook are starting off where they're selling dinners, then they
Mm,
gradually move on to, different type of licensing and working in commercial
yeah.
kitchens and things of that nature. And but I was like, okay, I want a plate. Like, I can't wait to see your menu next time you come.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's so exciting just to see people who are on their journey looking to really get out there more and sometimes just needing a little bit of encouragement to start.
Yeah, encouragement. And then you're lucky to be in a space, no matter where it is, where there's someone you're talking to who has the knowledge or the knowledge or the experience that can answer the questions or offer the information. I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
finding that a lot of people these days around like the whole hobby and the passion thing, I think like the climate right now in the world, people are thinking about, okay, I need to either grow my own food or I want to be more self-sufficient. And so it's driving a lot of people to entrepreneurship in different ways.
It's
It's
nice.
funny, my in the interview that I had, I was described as a parallelpreneur and I hadn't heard that phrase before. I'm like, sounds right because I
Yeah,
still have a full-time job. So it's a full-time
yeah.
job while also having business and, managing life and wellness. I'm like, okay, I'll take that title.
Yes, I tell you that's many travel down that path, before going full on as a solo or
Yeah.
sole entrepreneur. I,
Yeah.
I appreciate those. I remember that space that I was in, and I can totally appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, and some people stay if that's if it's about a label, will stay parallelpreneurs because I mean, honestly, if you're able to run a business part-time or full-time and also have the capacity to still have a full-time job, well, why not? If you're happy doing both and you're
Yeah.
not running yourself way too thin.
Mhm.
because there is a certain level of security around a job. It could be that you have insurance. Not to say you can't have one as an
Oh,
entrepreneur,
yes.
but
Yes, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
and
absolutely. That's
and
real.
yeah, and some people like they truly love their full-time jobs. But yeah, I think a lot of people start because the full-time job often funds the business anyway in the beginning, when you're getting all of your things together. But anyway, yeah, the parallelpreneur, I'm like, okay, that sounds
Ah,
about right.
I hadn't heard of that before, that phrase before.
Me neither. I've heard of like solopreneur, entrepreneur, of course.
Yeah.
Something else. I've heard of one. I can't remember the phrase, but it's a phrase for someone who uh, they're not quite an employee, but they're not quite an entrepreneur. There's some other
Mm,
term. I can't remember what it's called.
okay. Oh,
Yeah. So they might
cool.
work inside of someone else's business.
Mhm.
I'll have to look it up and share it later. I don't remember what it's called, but there's a phrase for someone kind of in the middle.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh, ah.
probably just independent contractor. But
Like, we're overthinking it.
yes, you are. Bring it all fancy. You are an independent contractor. Let's be real.
Yes. Mm.
Which is cool too.
It is. It is. So the Whoop, it's going well. Sleep. That's what it was. Okay, sleep. The last few nights, it has not been the best. And it's solely because I am preparing for this weekend.
Mm,
Once we get past this,
yeah.
things should kind of level out a little bit. So yeah, I'm not getting as much sleep as I need to, but I do have to make it a point to get back on track before Friday. So I have tonight and tomorrow because this weekend's going to take a lot out of me. So I need to make sure that I'm actually mentally prepared, physically prepared. And so I know I'm just going to have to force myself to kind of shut down. See,
Mm,
what ends up happening is that I get all these ideas at the last minute.
yeah.
And it's like I want to implement them as a part of what we're going to be doing this weekend. And so it's really, sometimes it can be really challenging for me to say, no, Amini, let's table that for the next time.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, this idea is so good though. Like it is really good. Like this could really elevate the experience for anyone visiting our booth. And so
Mm,
it becomes a little challenging with that,
I
with regards to that. So
I bet. I
it's
bet.
tough.
Yeah, it's all about the decision making in the moment. Like, all right, do I do the thing or not? Do I stay up later or not?
Exactly.
And
Hmm.
weighing the benefits of it, whether you're going to be you or any person like physically well, mentally well, just for that little extra bit, if that is worth it, if you're not going to be well. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's
I
true.
think,
And that's real.
yeah.
So that's why I will absolutely get these naps in though.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the process, while I'm doing that, just so that it gives me, a little bit more to kind of like, but yeah, so I'm going to challenge myself this evening to go to bed at a decent time. And then
Hmm.
I'll just wake up earlier and then we'll just tackle the day,
Hmm.
at that point. So that's my goal for this evening.
Thinking about the time, right? I'll share this with you really quickly. I saw this video the other day of someone talking about Google. And you know how you and I typically will put our appointments in our calendar. So, okay, we have a podcast recording or whatever it happens to be. This person, and I'm thinking it's a function of using Google on your laptops or computers. What they do is that they actually use their project management systems for the tasks that they have to do, but they
Mhm.
color code their calendars to reflect what they've actually done. And apparently, if you click on the colors, it tells you what percentage of your time has been spent doing business work, wellness, sleep, eating. So you're really getting a true sense of your time. Because I know for me, I can write down everything in my calendar. It doesn't mean that I got it done, but this person's approach, and I'm going to try it just to see what it's like to really take account of how I use my time. I bet
Yes.
you'll be surprised to say, "Oh, Cheryl, you have so much more time than you think you do." But I had never heard of that before. That it actually tells you the percentages in the entire day, like what you're doing with your time. I'm
I
like,
like that.
okay,
I
here's
like that.
yeah.
Different
So
way to manage, time management. Yes, because I feel like that is always the case. I feel like there's so much more time in the day.
Mm.
How much of it are you really truly being productive?
Yeah.
And is it a income producing,
Mm.
task? Is it like where does it fall in the scale, as you are prioritizing? And so, yeah, I think,
Mm.
yeah, let me know how you like it. It might be worth exploring for myself.
Yeah, I'll let you know because like, that's a good thing because I know that I waste time even though I think that I'm busy sometimes. I know that I just feel busy, but I'm not doing anything in that time. I think what weighs me down is that I'm not doing what I should be doing. But I'm curious to see what it's like to track it after the fact. So yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, really. Looking
Hmm.
for feedback. Mhm.
Yes.
So, how are you doing with your Whoop?
Pretty good. Like the water's good. Sleep over the past couple days hasn't been the best, but I'm recovered. But the performance
Okay.
isn't that bad. Isn't the greatest. So tonight, like you, I'm gonna make sure that I'm. Like I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm going
Mm.
to kind of relax a little bit and be in bed ready to sleep by 10:30 because I've been
Mm.
going to bed midnight,
Yeah.
12:30.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
I like
overall,
that.
pretty good. Doing my walking, weights in the house. Like I said, sleep, and my water is better now that I have my 3 liter mug or jug.
Okay.
So yeah, but things are
Oh,
good. We'll have to work
right.
on our and share our details for our community, wellness. So that'll be coming soon. I guess we'll post that social media and inside of Patreon primarily because you need to be in there to get the deets. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Get people going, coming together for wellness, fitness, all that jazz. So
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. I realize that I do like the checklist, like, okay, I got to do X, Y, and Z, having that something like a goal to work towards. I
Yeah.
realize I do well with that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
can't wait for the community to be on this journey with us as
Yeah.
we unpack it together.
Hmm.
Yes.
We'll keep you posted.
Absolutely.
So we will see you all next week.
Yes. Next week. See you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.